Well, the frantic two-day manhunt and the investigation into a baby's death comes to an end. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shelley Kirk.
I'm Brandon Bartlett. Brad is off tonight. Evansville police say the infant's father is now in custody tonight. Police found 28-year-old Jacob Bengert near Maxwell and Fairs in Evansville around 2 o'clock this afternoon. A tip led officers to that area where they took Bengert into custody without incident. Several officers were on scene, some walking along railroad tracks carrying large guns.
Well, today, new documents shed some light on the graphic nature of the infant's injuries and death. And we want to warn you, some of what you're about to hear could be too disturbing for some viewers. Eyewitness News' Mike Pickett joins us now with the latest on this case. Mike?
Bengert faces a murder charge for his alleged role in the death of Kieran Bengert, the infant who Vanderburgh County coroners say died after suffering massive multiple blunt force trauma. Police returned to the house and the neighborhood today, the day after the infant was found dead.
I think something happens to kids like that, they shouldn't get by with it.
Gloria Hutchison lives down the street. She lived in the area for 4 decades, but never heard of anything like yesterday's reported death until police told her what happened.
Nothing like this at all.
In the affidavit, the baby suffered severe facial injuries, burns to the face and chest, and what looked like cigarette burns on the hands and feet. The mother, Chelsea Marksberry, told police she saw the child in a bouncy seat next to the bed with a bottle propped up by a blanket in his mouth and thought he was asleep. When she woke up, Bengert grabbed her, said he was sorry, and claimed to have tried CPR the night before. Sergeant Nick Winsett says he fled after she called 911.
A lot of people obviously aren't really wanting to help him.
Marksberry also detailed past drug use, including buying and using heroin and Xanax in the hours and weeks before the baby's death. After the death was reported, several tips came to police about possible sightings for Bengert, including at a gas station on East Franklin Street Thursday morning and a sighting in the 1700 block of East Michigan Thursday night.
Friend of his that he saw in a vehicle, and he approached this friend saying, "Hey, I need help," and he told him, "No, I'm not going to help you," and drove off. And then after he had driven off, that's when they made the call that he is in that area, and then officers showed up in the area.
Sergeant Winsett says Bengert was caught after a tipster reported to them that he asked them for a ride, but that person refused and called police after driving off. Marksberry also made her first court appearance on her charges today. She's held on a $20,000 cash bond, and her next hearing is scheduled for January 15th. Mike Pickett, Eyewitness News.